Hi FlashTube, it's Diane. Today is August 21st, 2018. Thought I'd do a little update video. My daughter had her second chemo on the 16th. I don't know if it went better this time or we anticipated better. She had less nausea. She's still dealing with a lot of fatigue. She probably, next time I see her, probably won't have any hair. Yeah, she went back to her apartment Saturday, I guess that'd be the 18th. Yeah, it's hard. Not gonna lie, it's hard. Anyway. Today I woke up and I was gonna do homeschool and order my groceries because I get them delivered, and I'm just not myself today. I don't know why. So I ordered my groceries, that's taken care of. So I make a menu plan for the week and order my groceries from there. Although sometimes whatever's on sale, that's what we're eating. And then Mini Dot, he was playing outside and he came in and he was just so tired, and so I held him. In about 3 minutes he was sleeping, so I just held him. I mean, he's not going to be that small for long. He's 30 pounds and he's not going to stay small, so I just held him and he slept for 3 hours. It's like, okay, apparently you were tired. But let's see, my last video was August 5th. On August 11th, that following Saturday, we had a Stitchy get together in Minnetonka, and my middle daughter and I went and we picked up some things at Stitchville because it's right next to Stitchville. And I showed this pattern, this one last time, and I said I was stitching it on the called for fabric. It's 28 count Wren by Picture This Plus, and I didn't get very far because I was not liking the tension. You're supposed to use the floss as it comes off those little balls, these little balls here, but they're 3 strands and I couldn't get the tension even. It was just driving me nuts. And I said, you know what, I want to enjoy the pattern. I like Rosewood Manor patterns. So I bought a piece of 36 count Picture This Plus Wren. So I'm going to restart it, and I'm only going to use 1 strand. I know I've heard with the Valdani it can fray. I haven't had that issue yet, but I knew that before I started, so I was using shorter strands than I normally use, like what I use with DMC. So I haven't had that issue, but I'm going to just do this 1 strand, and I think I'll like the result much better. So I have to restart that one. And then I also picked up I just threw this together. I thought I'll make a video. Oh, I want to start this one. Brenda Lady Liberty. And so I picked up the pattern and the fabric at Tinsmith's Wife in Texas, in Comfort, Texas. So I picked up some of the fibers. I'm not going to do all of them, the specialty fibers, especially the Valdani it calls for, because Stitchville has some of the Valdani. I do not understand the numbering system of the Valdani. It just makes no sense. And Scotty, who's working at Stitchville, she agrees with me. Their numbering system doesn't make any sense. So I, instead of, it's a brick red. Yeah, let's see. I know that with overdyes, the reds and the blues you can often tell. So, called for chili pepper, blue corn, and eggshell, but instead of the Valdani red brick, I'm going to be using this Weeks Dye Works Turkish Red. I want to keep it simple. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to use either overdyes from my collection, because I think I have peach, and wood rose I might have, I know I have Freedom and Ye Old Gold. They were out of Ye Old Gold anyway, but I know I have that one. But otherwise, I'll just pull from my own overdyed collection, mostly Carrie's Creation Cottons, or use DMC. And then I picked up this one by Brenda Keys. This is Sweet Humility Sampler. I just love the house and the symmetry. And there. When I open it, I forgot that I have another one of her samplers, and it has very interesting packaging on it. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. It's not like a zippy bag. This is charted for DMCs. 3, 4, 9, 18 DMCs right here. And I just liked it. I liked the house. There's less glare. I really like that house, and even though the trees aren't identical on either side, there's some balance to this piece. And it says, "Let me also learn to grow in sweet humility." I haven't decided if I want to do these two alphabets, but I think if you bring the border down right to the top of the house, it's going to look squished, because the house, I mean, it's right in the middle, so there needs to be something there. So yeah, I also bought, to stitch this on, I'm not sure what the model is. The model's on 28 count. I bought a 36 count Edinburgh Winter Moon to stitch it on, because I wanted the colors of the DMC to really come out. I mean, look at the shading here and here. I mean, there's depth there that I really like. So I gotta get that up. And then I picked up this Mermaid of the Pearls. This one, the piece of fabric that I was going to stitch Lady of Mystery on, which I probably have over in my drawer. This one might look good on it, with the dark here into the light. I don't know. But to be honest, I'm kind of nervous that it's going to go out of print. I don't know if it's going out of print. Let me just preface that. I don't know what is. It just doesn't, it seems like they're out of print stuff. There's not a lot of rhyme and reason. If I'm making any sense, I hope I'm making sense. I don't like saying know what I mean, because it makes it sound like the person you're talking to is an idiot. And someone always says that to my husband. I'm like, no, he's an absolute idiot. You know, it just bugs me. It's one of my pet peeves. Fiberlicious, Fabric of the Month, 36 count. I get a fat 1/8. That's not too far from what it looks like. Not sure what I'm going to stitch on it, but the color is Chocolate. It's definitely more brown, and I'm assuming on like Ada or something it would, because different fabrics pull different parts of a color. And this was a free gift for her anniversary. It's one of her spun silks. Yeah, I think it's what, 3 years? 4 years old, sorry. 4 years old. But she's got her business. Love her fabrics. And then this, the last few issues of this magazine, my mom gifted me a subscription for my for Christmas. Not too impressed. I don't stitch Halloween. Personal choice. No judgment. So I don't know if this one, let's see, page 12. This one I do like though. It's by Doreen Jones. Listen, the wind is rising and the air is wild with leaves. We have had our summer evenings, now for October eves. I do like that one. But again, a lot of it is Halloween, and I just don't stitch Halloween. Personal choice. This one's kind of cool. Wait, is this an Arlene one? I think this one's Arlene's. Yeah, Arlene Cohen. This one. It's kind of interesting. I like the finish, how they finished it, fully finished it too. Somebody likes cardinals. I can't remember who likes cardinals. I can't remember who likes cardinals. They have to add a cardinal to everything. I don't know about this. Carol Manning. I don't like the fabric they stitched it on. That's probably what I don't like. That's probably what I don't like about it. This is Elizabeth Spurlock, Picking Apples. It's not bad, it's just not my taste. And then the Halloween stuff, which again, I just don't do Halloween. I just don't. And they talk about Scottish samplers, and I don't know, I just wasn't. Oh, this one's not too bad. I don't know. We all have our tastes and our interests. But who's to say that the next one, this one's not too bad. But who's to say that the next issue, I won't want to make like all of them. This one has 22 projects in it. It's possible the next one I really, really will just like everything. Oh, Songbird series. I don't remember if I showed these or not. And did I order the third one? No, I haven't paid for the third one yet. And Marie sent me this. This is what the puppies chewed up. As I talked about in my last video, she graciously replaced it, and she didn't have to. It wasn't her fault. Let's do this. I've been stitching on what I want to stitch. Lady of Mystery, Mirabilia. This one I restarted because the fabric I chose, I thought that the dress would be more burgundy red, and it's actually more of more magenta pinks. But this is where I'm at. Last time I just had a little bit like right in here. But this is where I'm at now. Now this color here is 915, and there are 3 or 4 skeins needed to kind of break that up. I've been saying, okay, if I do 2 lengths of that color a day, and then if I want to switch to another project, that's been getting some good progress on it, doing that. Or I have to do at least 1 length of the 915, and then I can choose the skin tone or the hair. So I'm getting some good progress on that one. Let's talk finishes. There's one other piece I've really been working on. I'm kind of focusing to finish it, but let's talk finishes. I finished this one. 7 Swans of Swimming. Cottage Garden Samplings. 36 count. I need to get a haircut so my hair's not behaving. 36 count natural. Now, this calls for all overdyes, right? Yeah. I only used 2 overdyes. The light pink I used Carrie's Creation Cotton's Baby Pink. And then this section, and then this part of the boat or swan, I'm not sure. It kind of reminded me of, you know, like Lover's Lane, those cheesy carnival rides. That color I used the actual called for, I think it was azalea. Now, technically this is not 100% finished because I forgot the eyes on the swans here. Calls for French knots. So when I bead a project, I'll just pop some little black beads in there. I just don't want to get all my beading stuff out just to put 6 beads in. But that one is finished. Farmhouse Christmas. Did I pay for this one? I don't think I've paid for the part 8 yet. This is Cock-a-doodle-doo, and it's all finished. There is one slight change. It has to do with this window up here. I didn't realize that you had to skip a stitch, so there's just one extra stitch in there. But that's okay. Nobody cares. I am using the called for fibers. And I have seen the preview for part 8, but here's part 1. Part 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. I stitch in hand, so, and I'm right-handed, so I hold it in my left. That's why it's kind of bent over here. This is 6 or 7. 6. And this one's 7. Part 8. It's a play on American Gothic, the painting. I can't remember what it's called. Farm Folk or something like that. I've seen the preview. I haven't seen the preview for part 9 yet. But there's only 2 left. And that series will be done. And then at the stitching group on the 11th, I finished this one. It's 28 count Jobelan Water Lily, and it is a Bloom of Hope by Glendon Place. This chart is originally supposed to be pinks. Because Hodgkin's lymphoma is violet, I changed all the colors to violet. So the flower is silk, the borders are silk, the ribbon is DMC, the green is all DMC. So I'm going to stitch this again in the pinks for my mom, who is a breast cancer survivor. Because we have to remember, not all cancer is pink. And that doesn't mean that breast cancer is any less important. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. But when people hear cancer, the first thing they think of is breast cancer. And which can be really good, but it can also, we've got to remember all cancers. And a piece like that, you can easily change out the colors to represent whatever cancer you're trying to bring awareness to. Cheryl, the designer, I'm part of a Facebook group, Glendon Place something. I'll put a link below. She commented that when I have it framed, send her a picture, and she would put it in her gallery on her website. But before I do that, I'm going to stitch it again in the pinks, although I'm using different pink silks. And it's going to be on the same fabric. And then I figured out what picture frame I want from pictureframes.com. And then I'll just order 2 of those frames and then frame them simultaneously. And give one to my daughter and then one to my mom. I am thinking of restitching it again, just the flower and the ribbon in oranges, for a friend who is fighting appendix cancer. She's been fighting it on and off for about 5 years now. I've known her for probably 12 years or more. Really, really nice, sweet, sweet woman. She shouldn't have to fight this. But I thought, oh, oranges. I just thought if you had the orange flower and then the orange border, it might be too much. But just the flower, focus on the flower and the ribbon, I think it would be so pretty. And then I thought you could also stitch the flower in yellows and the ribbon red, white, and blue, or all red. And then put RED on it for Remember Everyone Deployed, for military personnel. So, yeah, if you have a cause, a need, that might be a pattern for you to consider. The other piece that I've been stitching on a lot, and this is Tracy's fault. Tracy, this is your fault. No, it's not. I had this piece started after the retreat in San Antonio, and I just needed someone to give me a swift kick to keep going on it. Yellow Submarine by Blackbird Designs. And I almost had the submarine done, and I pulled it out, and I'm like, well, I might as well just finish it. So here's where I'm at. This is 36 count. No. Yes. No. Yes. 36 count knits under the sea fabric. I picked this up in San Antonio. I wasn't sure what color, and I thought I had a color because I'm gonna be starting what I consider a companion piece. Really? Octopus's Garden. And that one, I'm going to stitch on Murky. Or no, this isn't Murky. This is Fathom by Picture This Plus. And I was trying to figure out to get both patterns on the same piece of fabric. And then I saw this one in San Antonio and said, nope, this is what I'm stitching this on. I'm not using any of the called for colors. I am pulling overdyes from my collection. I have one gassed, which is the light yellow on the Submarine. This lighter yellow here. Everything else is Carrie's Creation Cottons. And I will let everybody know what I did on there, because I keep switching the colors. As I put them on the fabric, it just doesn't work with the fabric. So I change it up. But that's the one I've been stitching on the most. Ones I want to start. Basketful of Spring. Basketful of Summer. Pick these up at Tinsmith's Wife. I don't like Basket of Autumn or Autumn Time. Again, I don't stitch Halloween. Why does everything autumn related need to be Halloween? Not everything winter related needs to be Christmas, or spring related needs to be Easter. I've looked at the pattern and I thought, well, maybe I can adapt it. Take out all the bats. And don't do boo on the flag. I mean, this one says spring here, so maybe I can just say fall on the flag instead. I don't know. But I want to stitch these on 36 count. Pretty sure this is 36 count Weathered Shingle. Yeah. Weathered Shingle by R&R Reproductions. I like this fabric. It's a very, very nice neutral. And they both should fit on that piece of fabric. I also want to start another in the 12 Days of Christmas. Either 9 Ladies Dancing or 3 French Hens. I haven't decided which one. And again, this one I think is all DMC. Or maybe it calls for 1 overdyed. This one calls for all overdyeds. There are a few colors in this one, that, like the blues right here, that you can see the variegation, and one of the golds, I think. You can tell that there is that variegation there. I might use the called for color, but everything else I'll use DMC. Haven't decided on that yet. But I thought I would show a few previous finishes that I've shown in the past. I showed this one in May because I finished it. Grasshopper Pie, Glendon Place. I really wanted to show this particular piece because it is Autumn Queen by Mirabilia. I finished her in 2010, and it is stitched on 32 count Twilight Blue Jobelan. I wanted to show that because I know I sent Becky, my friend Becky, Obsessed Stitcher, my pattern because I'm not going to stitch it again, and she's kitting it up. I just wanted to show her what I'm going to do mine on. Hold 1 minute, please. Okay, and this one I showed a long time ago, but it is Rosewood Manor Barnyard Buttons, Trisha. I stitched it on the called for fabric, Barnwood, by Picture This Plus. I used the called for thread and the buttons. I did not use the verse. I changed the verse. I made it, what did I make it? Isaiah 40 verse 8. The grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of our God will stand forever. I don't remember what they had on there verse-wise, but I liked this better. But I was just catching up with some of your videos, and you said that you wanted to do that one. You'd kitted it up. This is the largest piece I've ever stitched to date. My Big Toe Designs. Where is my shepherd? I did not stitch the borders because I didn't like the borders. There are two colors in here, Baby Spinach and I cannot remember the purple. Baby Spinach. Sugar Plum is the purple. I love all the fonts in here. And was it Pam and Steph were talking when you have words. I did not finish every single letter individually on every single word. But on this font, I did. I finished every single letter. I'm going to show you my back here. I finished every single letter because I was afraid it would show through. But I didn't do that with these down here. I finished every single word, but not every single letter because there's only one space between. One thing I've noticed with doing words, if you can go at a diagonal, it doesn't show, with most fabrics, it doesn't show as easily as if you go straight across or straight up and down. But on something like this, you definitely want to start and stop more often than you may on another piece. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. So sorry, my hair is just... Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for your continued prayers. If you would like to send a card to my daughter, get in touch with me at my email below and we'll talk. I don't know when I'll do another video, but when I feel like it, I'll do it. Talk to y'all later. Thank you for watching. I know there's so many out there to watch anymore, but I thank you for taking the time to watch my video and commenting, thumbs upping, and love watching all your videos. And I will talk to y'all later.